by Mohammed Brokerson.
Leave it out! Let's turn up the night, y'all!
What's going on, G fam? Y'all know what time it is. It is time for a head-to-head with Team Box Cutter.
Yes, Bruce Lively is here representing Team Box Cutter, the winners of week 1. And we're back again, and we got Nas, one mic, going up against what?
E-40, Things Never Change, featuring Bo Rock. So, this is actually going to be like a head-to-head of classics.
Yeah. Yes,
this is a head-to-head of classics because both these songs are very, very old. Very, very old songs.
One last thing that they didn't know was you guys originally had Snow the Product for week 2.
Oh, they don't, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. You made a switch, and you went ahead and pulled out the backups, and you put E-40 in, which was a great choice because that's going to make this head-to-head well worth the price of admission.
Yes. Yeah, we had to switch out Snow. Me personally, I would have went with her, but I don't adhere to just my wants and needs over here. I got to heed to the subscribers, and they were not confident of Snow's ability versus Nas. So I asked them who they wanted, and they picked E-40.
It definitely was the right choice. I can tell you that. You may enjoy Snow the Product, but up against Nas, you may have had a little bit of problem.
So it's all good. So we're going. Y'all know what we do here. We're going to check out both vids and songs. We both have the ability to pause and stop. That's what we're going to do when we see things. So, man, I'm ready. How about you, Bruce? You ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's do it. We're going to start with E-40, Things Will Never Change, featuring Bo Rock.
Just like your father.
Look, get off my back.
Okay, you got some classic beats.
I got to stop it. I wish I knew the history here. Was this made before the Tupac? I think it is. I think Tupac took this beat, didn't he?
Yes, he did. That's why I said I hear a classic beat, but I'm not for sure if who used it first.
I feel like we're gonna have to do that because if Tupac used this beat, you already know that's points. If it was the other way around, it's still points. It's culturally significant, but yeah. This could, if this was the what he took it from, then if this is what Tupac took and made the same type of song,
you know what? I mean, we got the power. So how about we just look real fast? Released in 1996.
Right, I knew that, but I'm saying when was Pac's The Way It Is? That's just the way it is. Done, because that's the song that we're talking about. I seem to remember 1998.
Change is Gonna Come is the name of the song, right? Yeah, Change.
Okay. 1998, I was right.
You're right. So this is before.
Yeah, this is significant. Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it going. We done delayed the head-to-head enough. Here we go.
That's just the way it is. Showing him getting harassed by the police. Showing him grow up on the streets.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like how it showed the guy in the beginning talking to his mom. His mom, first of all, is like, "You're just like your dad," which I encourage all single mothers out there not to do in a negative way.
Right.
Unless it's something good you're talking about. All that does is reinforce the confusion and the anger inside of a kid when you tell him that in a bad way. Like, you're just like your dad. You almost make sure that he becomes that. Anyway, and so said, so done. We watch him grow up on the streets and see who he's become. Great idea for a video. I will say, the CGI aspect of it hasn't aged well. Unlike the Tech 9 last week when we saw him use CGI back in 2001, and it still kind of looked pretty good. This one, the little ghost that he is, like that little, I don't know what that is, like the superimposition, it hasn't aged very well. It looks kind of suspect.
I don't know, man. 96 versus 2011. There's some time to get good. So it hasn't aged well at all.
I'm just saying it hasn't aged well. All right, here we go.
And he's sitting there showing he's tried to do things to better his situation. Try to get a job, but I don't know about the internet. So they want people with internet experience.
Wait a minute. Before we go past what was just said in the past verse and this, I will say, on occasion, E-40 can be a really good storyteller.
I'm going to say that's always been the thing about E-40 to me. While it's hard to get around his rhyming scheme sometimes, his ability to make something vivid in your mind has always been there. Even when I've listened to some of his songs back in the day, it could just be about grinding. He's always been able to put that vision in your mind very clearly by what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And how he's placing some of the things. Like he's saying, that's the ambulance. Is it for the neighbors that's always fighting? Or is it for the girl? He even gave you the number of the apartment that she was in.
Yep.
Who's always talking about slicing her wrist. It's certain things like that I've always loved E-40 for. Even though I've never really been the biggest fan of his rhyme, the way he liked to rhyme.
I will say, musically, in his rhyme scheme, he does have a way of doing really simple rhyme placements with small adjustments. I can't remember what it was now, but it's like he rhymed 2 words in the beginning of a sentence and then went on and never rhymed it again. He had a time where he kind of snuck a rhyme in there, like he rhymed the last syllable of it, but the first syllable of it didn't match the phrase before. Very simple, subtle things like that. Like, it's not going to get you a win in a technicality game, but it gives you points. It gives you something to stand on. Okay, he is a rapper and he has a style. I like that.
Bingo.
All right, let's go.
All right, go ahead.
That superimposed ghost thing.
I know, right?
I like how he connected his older self to his younger self, kind of giving that representation of, you know, this is why I still kind of am the way I am with what I believe, but still connecting it to back when he found that thing that helped him believe what he believes now. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice little callback. I enjoyed that.
Story was good, and it's what all good stories do. It's never about the subject. The story is never about the antagonist or the protagonist. They're there to tell the story of the time around them, of everything else going on through their eyes. And you talked about the nuclear weapons. He talked about the politics of the day. He talked about the single mom issue. He talked about the girl trying to kill herself. In telling that guy's story on the street, he really told a story of the hood, which is what all great stories include. It's never about just the protagonist. It's the symbolism. And it's all over this song. Great job, E-40, for that. I gotta say.
Ah, man. You ready to the cool part about this, especially with these videos back in the day, a lot of them were straightforward.
Yep.
A lot of them are straightforward. So, you know, it's not. There are some things in there you can see and find, but I also believe some of that stuff is more of a callback to if you've been in the situation yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or been in the environment yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of those callbacks are.
I mean, the rhyming is straightforward. It's not like a lot of double entendres and similes, but the story itself is still metaphorical. The story itself isn't just about that guy. It's about the environment that guy is in. The story is about the guy, but the reason why it's a dope song is because everything else included in the story.
Right, he's kind of showing he's describing the environment. So the guy is kind of he's not really just the full-on vocal point, but he's showing all these other elements within the environment with characters within the environment itself. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So the couple arguing, the girl, you know what I'm saying? The woman who refused him a job. All these people play are these characters in many situations that can span across so many different environments. In fact, not being able to get a job. You have some neighbors that fuss and fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if the girl's getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely,
it's really a hood observation, not a story of the kid. But that being said, let's go. Let's see what Nas One Mic has to say and how
One Mic, the legendary song.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of stops. And as predicted, the first thing you hear is that live bass drum, live hi-hat, and live snare. You're always gonna get musicality with me when you're playing live instruments.
Yeah,
it's a special tone that you can't recreate. Anyway, let's keep going. And a little background noises. Y'all listen for that when you hear it.
I like how he's rapping. He's rapping the hood perspective, but he's also talking to the hood with this song.
Because he only needs one mic.
I love how he's doing that. Love how he's doing that. I love it. He's telling the mothers, don't abort your babies. We need more soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Let's take a look at Theme. How he go ahead. You keep finishing.
I was gonna say to the snot-nosed kids running around the hood, to the ones who are coming home from out of prison. Like, I like how he's making this narrative, like basically telling you this, but he's still talking to the hood itself. Like, he's directing this message at the hood. This is you couldn't have picked a better song.
Yeah, so let's real quick talk about the fact that he's telling also a story. And how vivid he is. The guy on the side, after he saw him getting handcuffed, the bum on the side actually dropped his Heineken and you heard it break. And then who was running and what the cop looked like. And you heard the sirens and the story became something different. But then you hearken back to, there's an A-B song form to this. The A section is quiet, where he's talking about Osiris, talking about the history of the black man, talking about who we are. And then the B section, the hard beat, the sirens, the dropping of the bottle, talks about who we've become, where we are now, who we were versus who we are now, and why we are now. If you didn't get that, listen to it again. It's not just the story, it's the story. It's our story in one verse. One mic is why he needs one mic, and that's all he needs. Let's keep going, man. Oh, sorry.
You got the rally crowd going, then he goes back to inside of himself.
Oh my God.
Oh. Now I like how he's rapping in different perspective, but allowing the visuals to tell this story right here, what's happening behind him, while he is still, while he's still rapping this particular perspective of what's going on inside of himself. But on the outside of this video, you see it looks like to be a riot against authority. Yes. Representing that internal struggle of breaking through particular thing. Whatever. Okay, this couldn't have picked a better damn song. This is crazy.
There's really more to that, but I can't even. I'm gonna wait till it's done because we're just gonna talk through the whole thing. Let's listen.
I know, right? Go ahead.
Now, what you said before about it being internal, what he was talking about, it's really a song form that is using the A and the B section. The A section is about why he had the feelings that he has, and the B section is about how he used it with his mic. He's telling the people, now it's time to war. Now it's time to get up. Whatever they do to us, we can do better. Pick up your sticks and your bats, and don't let us be the victim again. It's still
so the B section is the rally. The B section is the rally. People. Okay.
Yep. Oh man! Wow! Wow! Let's go.
If y'all catching it now, what he's saying is what he's done with his mic is now starting to reach multiple people.
Yes!
If you see it within the video, he's saying what he's done with this mic is starting to reach multiple people. That's why you see all these different people, different nationalities, different places, from prison to in lowriders to in the house doing schoolwork. They're all rapping his song. He's showing that with this mic, he has reached all these different people.
Silence. Whenever you're ready. Oh, very special what just happened right there. And it's all I'm going to say about it musically, because we got to have something for the winner's circle. But I'm going to tell you what just happened in the A and B sections of the first two verses was a crescendo. It starts soft, gets bigger as he expounds on what he's thinking. And the last verse, instead of having a bridge, he starts big and talks about what he's done with this one mic, and it crescendos down to you and me, to what you feel and how you feel about it. It's decrescendos. Everything else is a crescendo, soft to loud. And at the very end, he decrescendos loud to soft at the end. Song form.
Oh, man.
That's all I got to say about that.
Great video, guys.
Yeah.
Great video. I will get to picking apart. I will get my eyes to really looking. I'm not gonna go too deep. I had that issue with the last two videos, so I'm not gonna go too deep. But I'm gonna start picking some things. This may be a better matchup, or you know,
it's a better matchup than Snow the Product was. I can give you that. I can just tell you that. But you know, if I can give a teaser, musicality, because of all those things I just mentioned, timbre. I always say this. Y'all remember? I always say musicality for me includes harmony, melody, rhythm, timbre, and song form. So whereas there's much more harmony and melody in the E-40 song. It's a song by Bruce Hornsby, a great jazz musician. The timbre, those live drums, the rhythm, that beat is so banging. The song form, as I just explained, is so far advanced. He may win that one in my book. Whatever he gets for you, we'll have to see, and we'll put those points together. But that's a little teaser for you right there. We're going to go into all 5 categories in the winner's circle. But right now,
I will definitely say on my little teaser with the videos, man, to be honest with you, they both did a great job with the storytelling. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very, very nice with the storytelling with these videos. We can both see, like, at this very pause section that we're at right now, that none of the CGI has aged very well.
Yeah, even where it's paused. But you know what though? That's the one thing, is it wasn't relying on the CGI. Most of the video was him by himself in a dark room that had its own meeting, or him in front of the crowd that was rioting that had needed no CGI, or him being chased by the cops and the Heineken bottle dropping and crashing. Like, no CGI necessary. So it honestly, because of how badly that CGI from back then aged, the less of it you have, the better your video is probably gonna be.
True that, but the CGI plays a significant point in E-40s because he played the guardian angel over the guy. That's what the cross dropping into the cup was for, was the representation of. So it does have a significant place.
This guy again. Y'all don't know. We're looking at a cultural hero right here. All G's react. Your team captain is on point. Always noticing things that I can't even think about.
So it plays a significant part. These videos are going to be kind of close once I actually start looking at them. You know what I'm saying?
We shall see.
I think we might get another, close to a Tech Lupe situation. Not saying who's going to win. I'm just saying it's going to be close because
it's going to be
all
closer
those things.
What you think?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot closer than you think because all those things play a significant part. Like he said, you got Nas. Kind of. Let me show you the contrast here of why that was. Why these videos are similar but different. Nas is telling you the story, but being there in the situation himself. You see what I'm saying? With him running from the cops, with him being there with the rebellion and stuff like that. E-40's doing the same thing, but he's playing that perspective of a guardian angel. There, but not there. If you look at it, that's why he was in the ghost form in the streets. He's telling you this, and they're different, but they're still the same. There's still 2 people watching and telling you a perspective. And that's why I'm like, this is actually kind of great. They really bump heads very well for videos. Yep. So it's gonna be close, guys. I'm just letting you know in that little teaser so that you know.
But I'm not worried, Team Box
way better matchup than what we would have had. I'm happy you guys picked this song, all G's fam, because some of y'all was trying to get on that party bus, and that
would have been a smash down. that would have been like the Falcons last Sunday, getting smashed by 53 points.
So
sorry, Falcons
I think this is gonna be a good one. You guys be looking for our winner video on Friday. Are we still on Friday with this one, Bruce?
Yeah, the winner video will be up on Friday. We'll while we add these points together, and I believe this time the winner video will be on the All G's React channel.
That's where it will be. You guys go check out the winner video over on Bruce's channel of our last round.
You're gonna want to check
it out. I'm trying to tell you right now, that was actually that was very interesting. That was a very interesting matchup, and I'm glad we had that as a starter, to be honest with you. It really put me to the test. I thought I was going to get somebody I could cruise through, you know what I'm saying? Just cruise through it. But I wasn't able to do that, and I loved it. I was like, man, I really got to think here. Like, they are both pushing me to the limits with this, and I like it. So you guys go check that out over on Team Box Cutter. He got that video up for you guys. Go check it out.
Definitely.
All right,
brother. With that being said, What you got?
And that's it for me. I'm, of course, Nixon. Bruce?
Peace.
Do we believe it out here? Let's turn up the night, y'all.